Miami Challenge Series winner. Brian Rickman, he's out of Columbus, Mississippi in 90, and the defending Lucas Oil Late 100 Series national champion in the 71 out of Martinsville, Indiana, is Hudson O'Neal.
Cordy Gundaker comes into the event third in the Lucas Oil MLRA point standings. On his outside, the Winfield Warrior out of Winfield, Tennessee, it's Mike Marlar.
Row 11, Chad Simpson, four-time Lucas Oil MLRA champion and current points leader out of Mount Vernon, Iowa. And Aaron Moran, he's the top rookie so far this year in the Lucas Oil MLRA Series. He's in the 1X out of Richmond, Missouri.
Dylan McCowan and Drake Troutman going to start shotgun on the field in this one. And that is your 24-car starting lineup here tonight. Again, 40 laps in distance, James. Money added to the purse of this mega weekend this year makes this now a $10,000 to win a main.
A record show me purse, $277,000. Well, it's 40 laps tonight. Last night was 45. Garrett Alberson needed the 40 laps last night, but we'll see if he can hold on for 40 here tonight. How about that shot?
That is an eerie-looking moon, and I hope we don't have anything eerie happen in this A main as the drivers were given the go-ahead signal as Brian Rickman late to the starting grid. I believe he may have been having issues. The Brandon Ford pace trucks have pulled in, and Rickman at full song trying to work his way back to the tail of the field, James. Alberson on the pole, Davenport on the outside. They go green in the new Drain Axe Solutions starting zone.
40 laps in late 10,000 to win, a record for the Friday night here into turn number 2. They go 3 wide, Thornton right to the middle. Ricky Thornton Jr. started 6th, won the Cowboy Classic, and right now he's come from 4th to lead lap number 1. Davenport on the outside at the line. Now is by a no-storm, and they might have got together, Dustin Cherry.
Oh, they didn't.
Wow.
There was no might about it. They came together 2 or 3 times coming down the front straightaway, and they may not be done yet. Behind them, Chris Simpson goes side by side. Oh, baby.
Wow.
Goes side by side with Garrett Alberson. We may not be done seeing these two come together yet, James Essex.
Chris Simpson working the bottom. Alberson 4th, 5th runs McCready into turn 3. Ricky Thornton Jr. got the 400th win of his career here on Thursday night in the Cowboy Classic. That's in several divisions of racing. He has 35 career wins in the Lucas Oil Late 100 Series, and he has a crinkled left rear quarter panel down the back straightaway.
Indeed he does. As we look back through the field, that's the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th on your screen. Garrett Alberson right now in position number 4 in that blue 58. Tim McCready thought about crossing him over in the Rocket 1, then thought better of it. And there's Carson Ferguson rolling to the outside, and that Donald and Regina Bradshaw 93. And these guys, oh man, they are getting added hot and heavy in the early stages of this one.
Well, we thought it was going to rain this afternoon. It had a few sprinkles, so it kind of disrupted the track prep work, but they've done a great job as they go down the back straightaway. It's a 2-car battle into 3. Chris Simpson runs in 3rd. Alberson, Moran, Ferguson, Blair, McCready, Owens. Spencer Hughes, who was 5th here last night, runs 10th right now.
That 93 of Carson Ferguson there, James. He's got himself a fast hot rod. Going back to the front of the field, though. Looky there, Jonathan Davenport momentarily reeled back in, your race leader. Ricky Thornton Jr., RTJ, though, pulls the momentum down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4 and back down the front stretch. He stays out front. 6 laps in the books in this one. Devin Moran has moved the Roger Sellers own Double Down Motorsports entry up into position number 4.
Right now it's a 2-horse race out in front. Ricky Thornton Jr., a native of Chandler, Arizona, now living in Martinsville, Indiana, looking for his 8th series win of the season. Jonathan Davenport, the 3rd all-time winningest driver of the series with 76 victories. It's about 5 car lengths the advantage in the battle back here between Devin Moran, Max Blair, last night's Todd Steele Building's hard charger, Alberson, and Carson Ferguson had to back out of it.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I tell you what, they're running all over this place. This track, it's been good, man. It's been really, really good here for 2 straight nights. It's the battle for 3rd. And worth noting, James, this battle for 3rd happens over 2 seconds behind your race leaders as Ricky Thornton Jr. and Jonathan Davenport, they are just obliterating the field.
Meanwhile, Devin Moran and Max Blair have cleared Chris Simpson, and the first Dave Warren Power Sports caution of the race is out with 10 laps scored here tonight.
Back here at Lucas Oil Speedway, debris on the racetrack from Dylan McCowan's number 8 has brought out the first Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag of the race. 10 laps in the books, 30 laps remaining in this one, and it's been all Ricky Thornton Jr. and Jonathan Davenport since the drop of the green, James. They had over a 2-second advantage when that yellow flag flew.
Right now, an early contender for the Todd Steele Buildings hard charger, Mike Marlar, started 20th. He had to come out of a B main. Right now, running in 14th. But Ricky Thornton Jr., man, that was quite a first couple of laps. And you can see, Craig, if we can get a shot of that crinkled sheet metal, the left rear quarter panel on Thornton. I'm not sure if it's rubbing on the tire. Obviously, no problem so far. There you go, right there. It's, well, doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it. No, I think he's good. Worth noting, we just saw that both Dylan McCowan and Brian Rickman retired from this event, so those drivers will be credited with the 23rd and 24th finishing positions. Again, 10 laps in the books, James. 30 laps to go, and just to be safe, Ricky Thornton Jr. going to pull down and have Lucas Oil late model dirt series official Zach Booker take a look at the left rear quarter panel on that SSI Motorsports entry. Ben Shelton, down to you.
As Brian Rickman makes his way back out of the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. And let's not forget, guys, it's May 24th. Back in January at Golden Isle Speedway, we started with fireworks between Ricky Thornton Jr. and Jonathan Davenport, and here we are. And maybe they're rekindling old not-so-friendships as they getting together. And I tell you what, Davenport's got a good car, but I think Thornton knew how good the top side of his racetrack was, guys, and it was just imperative to get up there to lead early. Still 30 laps to go as Zachary Booker pulls that left rear quarter panel down, and Thornton will reassume the point here tonight, trying to pick up his second win in 29 here at Lucas Oil Speedway.
We'll go back to those first couple of laps here. There's the start of the race at the Nutrien Ag Solutions start zone. You'll see Thornton, when they come out of turn 2, they went 3 wide as Thornton split Alberson and Davenport. We'll see the contact here coming up.
Yeah, this was the opening lap, and
it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. It was close, but it was not there. It's going to be right here, though, as they come off corner number 4. Davenport got a massive run on the outside. I don't know if RTJ, it's hard to tell when you're not in the driver's seat.
Right.
And then Davenport comes back down into him. Hard, you know, these full containment seats.
Right.
It's really hard to see around you. A lot of times you can hear him, though, and he may have been able to see him. I don't know. But these guys, man, they're hungry for wins, and they're hungry for every piece of real estate they can possibly get.
Devin Moran, one of the fastest cars in the race last night, was on the Big River Steel podium in 3rd. So it's Thornton, Davenport, Moran, Simpson, Blair, your top 5 at the Nutrien Ag Solutions restart zone. 10 in the books, 30 to go in the tribute to Don and Billie Gibson here at Lucas Oil Speedway.
1/4 of the way through this race is Devin Moran able to sneak by Jonathan Davenport right there. He might bring Max Blair with him. One night ago, Max Blair was the Todd Steele Buildings hard charger of the race, and they fan out nearly 3 wide for that runner-up spot. James, remember one night ago how fast that 99 was at the end of the race.
Carson Ferguson back there in 6th. Alberson, McCready, Owens, Hughes, your top 10, but all eyes right here. And they have shuffled Davenport back in another spot. Blair's got him. Remember, Max Blair came here for the very first time a year ago on his way to winning the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. The deficit is 0.6 of a second. And I think the 99 and the 111, they may have something for the 20 RT. 13 laps scored here tonight.
As those 3 drivers continue to battle out for the second spot, they're also not letting your race leader Ricky Thornton Jr. out of their crosshairs. You can see that 20 RT kind of popping in and out of your screen, and James Max Blair's got a fast hot rod tonight as the driver out of Centerville, Pennsylvania momentarily moves into the second spot. Devin Moran going to try to get back by him on the outside. They make a little bit of contact at the stripe, and at the line, it was Max Blair in position number 2.
Yeah, he started in 8th. Moran on the outside. Blair, does he have anything for Ricky Thornton Jr.? Off at turn 4, they're side by side for second briefly, and Moran will regain the runner-up spot. 15 down and 25 to go. And they're closing in on, it's a half a second is the advantage. Moran's going to go right through the middle down to the bottom, and Davenport back in the hunt. And here comes Carson Ferguson, a 5-car battle for the lead at Lucas Oil Speedway.
You love to see it. Love to see it. RTJ just not pulling away from him, man. Like again, before that Dave Warren Power Sports caution, James, he and Jonathan Davenport, they had an over 2-second advantage on these drivers, and now Devin Moran back to second right there. As he and Max Blair continued about, they had over 2 seconds before that last yellow came out, and Max Blair moves back into the second spot. That is a whale of a battle between those 2 cats.
Carson Ferguson started 10th. He's up to 5th, using the high side, and then Donald and Gina Bradshaw, Paylor Motorsports 93. They are all in the same straightaway. Then it's Tim McCready in 6th, Chris Simpson, Jimmy Owens, Garrett Alberson, and Spencer Hughes for top 10. Whoa!
Man.
Carson Ferguson lost it in 2. He'll lose ground in the top 3. Meanwhile, Davenport's to the outside. Moran trying to get it wound back up. down the main straightaway. 19 laps in the books here tonight.
Yeah, 1 second advantage for Ricky Thornton Jr. Different lines being run by all these guys. As you see Davenport swing way wide down in 1 and 2, and he will stay high in 3 and 4. Devin Moran goes high in 3 and 4, and then cuts low down in 1 and 2. James Mike Striegel shows him the cross flags. We're halfway home in the tribute to Don and Billie Gibson.
It's 0.8 of a second, the advantage for Thornton over Moran. Then 1.4 back is Blair, Jonathan Davenport, Carson Ferguson, your top 5. And for the first time in this race, if it stays green, as you see the battle there between two former Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champions, Jimmy Owens and Tim McCready, going side by side at the line. And it's 0.8 of a second. Moran, as we will pick up again, as I mentioned before, the first time this race, the tail end of the field, if it stays green off of turn 4.
Top 4 cars are all within the same half straightaway of each other, James, and it's just going to get more interesting because Ricky Thornton Jr. has slowly closed in on the back of the field. Now, that's the bad news for him. The good news for him is the first 2 cars to go 1 lap down are on the high side, and 1 car just grabbed the wall coming off turn number 4 in front of the leaders, and it's Drake Troutman on your screen. He's got wholesale damage on the right rear of the 7.
We'll see if there leaves any debris on the track. Currently seconding O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. Meanwhile, Thornton will clear Garrett Smith. He'll try to move on Troutman off at turn 4. He'll throw a slider on him. And that is good because he will put 3 cars between himself and Devin Moran as the deficit is down 0.9 of a second. Now Moran will have to battle Morant, Troutman, and Smith down the back straightaway.
I tell you what, Devin Moran, not too bad through lap traffic, just as quickly as RTJ was able to put those 3 cars between himself and Devin Moran. Moran's able to dispose of 2 of them. He only lost 1/10 of a second that last time by. 15 to go. It's Thornton, Moran, Blair, Davenport, and Ferguson.
You watch 1 second as Moran will clear Garrett Smith. Now Peyton Looney, the 2020 Show Me 100 winner, running at 20th, the final car on the lead lap. Out at turn number 2, running the line that Thornton did down the back straightaway. It's about an 8-9 car length advantage as we work lap 27 here in the tribute to Don and Billie Gibson.
20 RT just gets really, really good on these long green flag runs, James. Not just here, but I mean, we've seen that all year this year. We saw it all year last year as well. As the advantage out front now has ballooned to 1.5 seconds in just a matter of a couple laps. There's Max Blair in 3rd. He's in the black 111, the white 49, Jonathan Davenport. He currently runs in 4th, this time by James, just 12 laps remaining.
Down the back straightaway, Ricky Thornton Jr. looking for his 8th Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win of the year. Devin Moran trying to clear Peyton Looney. He's 1.6 seconds back the last time. There's Max Blair 3rd after starting in 8th. Jonathan Davenport started on the outside of the front row, runs in 4th, Dustin.
And right now 5th is that driver Jimmy Owens in the Kohler Motorsports number 20. He's got several car lengths on the driver that currently runs in 6th. It's the Paylor Motorsports number 93 of Carson Ferguson. Then it's Tim McCready in 7th. 8th is Garrett Alberson, 9th Spencer Hughes, and Chris Simpson currently rounds out the top 10.
He just cut a half a second off that last time around. Devin Moran eyeball test says yes as they go into 3. Thornton to go back to the outside to clear traffic. 10 laps to go. Devin Moran gets one a run off at turn number 4. It's 0.7 of a second. Moran is there, Dustin, out of turn number 2 behind the 90 of Brian Rickman.
The 2 drivers that were near the front of the field last night, Thornton Jr. found victory lane in the closing stages, and Devin Moran was coming like a house of fire. Now 8 laps remaining, 0.7 last time by, 0.7 again this time by, but Moran was just a tick quicker in the Double Down Motorsports 99.
All eyes up front. Blair still 3rd. Davenport. Jimmy Owens is up to 5th. Moran will get a run off of turn 4 as right now Justin Wells, who won the Power Eye late model feature in front of the 20 RT. Wells runs at 18th. Thornton trying to clear him. Moran will clear Rickman. He's still about 6-7 car lengths back. Last time it was still 0.7 of a second. He might lose a little bit this time around as we have 6 laps to go.
Yeah, the back of the field there spoiling the line that Moran needs to run just a little bit, and certainly upsetting the air just a little too, James, as Ricky Thornton Jr., as you mentioned, able to put a couple more car lengths between himself and Devin Moran. Moran now going to try to tiptoe around the top. 5 flanges in the air. 5 to go here tonight at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks Lucas Oil Speedway.
Tribute to Don and Billie Gibson, the originators of the Show Me 100 at West Plains Motor Speedway in West Plains, Missouri, back in 1993. Now Moran has cleared Wells. What can he do? We saw what he did last time. If this thing stays green, they've got 4 laps to go. The deficit is 1.2 seconds. Moran gets the run in 3 and 4, but loses a little bit down the back straightaway. He's got to hope that something, he gets boxed into Thornton. Here comes Moran through the middle, Dustin. 3 laps to go.
And this one isn't over yet. You're exactly right about the 20RT possibly getting boxed in, as he's got the back of the field running in the same line that he is right now as they come around to 2 to go this time. They're on the bottom of the racetrack. He is on the bottom of the racetrack as well. Moran's still going to try to go high. Again, 2 laps remaining here in this one.
He's got to hope Thornton stays down low. Now Moran will go to the bottom on 2. Out at 2 down the back straightaway. He is there. He's got to get a little bit closer to throw a last lap slider. The Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. Here comes Devin Moran, Dustin. Final lap in the tribute to Don and Billie Gibson. It's a battle between Thornton and Moran.
And Devin Moran cut 3/10 off the lead that last time, James. Does he have anything for him? I don't think he's close enough. They head down the back straightaway for the final time. Moran trying to find one last trick up his sleeve. It's not going to be enough. Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to win the tribute to Don and Billie Gibson.
And at the line, Davenport got Max Blair. So Davenport edges out Blair for 4th unofficially, for 3rd rather. Blair 4th, Jimmy Owens rounds out the top 5.
It's Garrett Alberson 6th, Carson Ferguson 7th, Tim McCready 8th, Mike Marler 9th, and Spencer Hughes will round out the top 10. And it's going to be the 20RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. making his way into the UNOH Tech and Scale area. Ricky Thornton Jr., the first driver to cross the stripe here on a Friday night in Wheatland, Missouri, as the driver who won last night, James, in the Cowboy Classic, picks up the win again here tonight in the tribute to Don and Billie Gibson, and he has made his way into the UNOH Tech and Scale area. Still one bit of business to take care of. We've seen this movie before. Yeah. Here at Lucas Oil Speedway with RTJ the first to cross the stripe and Devin Moran 2nd.
So that 3-wide move on lap 1 after starting in 4th, so it was not a pole show. He didn't lead it all. He led it all the way, but he did not start on the front row. Mike Marler, Todd Steele Building's Hard Charger, started 20th, finished in 9th here tonight, up 11 spots. So again, at that line, it was Davenport 3.738, 3.759 for Max Blair. Both of those drivers drove a great race, 3rd and 4th. And Jimmy Owens came on there strong at the end to get a top 5.
I can't say enough again about the track prep crew here at Lucas Oil Speedway, man. They once again have delivered just an absolutely outstanding racetrack, top to bottom, start to finish, all night long. Richard Turner and the gang here, just an absolutely tremendous job as Ricky Thornton Jr. in the tech shed down there, and we'll wait for him to make his way back out on the speedway.
And unofficially, the Coleman Farms fastest lap of the race, Ricky Thornton Jr. 15.944. The Big River Steel podium top 3, Thornton, Moran, and Davenport. As you see, Jordan Lawson riding on there, Ricky Thornton Jr. for the 401st time in his career goes to victory lane back-to-back here at Lucas Oil Speedway.
It is official. The 20RT has made his way back out on the speedway. Ricky Thornton Jr. doing Ricky Thornton Jr. things, as he is a winner for the 13th time overall this season across multiple divisions. And he is a winner once again for the 2nd time this weekend here at Lucas Oil Speedway, as he is going to pull the SSI Motorsports 20RT down into Arizona Sports Shirts victory lane.
Ricky Thornton Jr. is 8th Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win of the year, 36th of his career. He's got the Midwest Sheet Metal Orange Day Glow spoiler on that 20RT. The Todd and Vicky Burns entry as he picks up $10,000 for the 2nd straight night here at Lucas Oil Speedway. And we'll talk to your Big River Steel podium as well as your Penske top 5 down here as we wait on Ricky Thornton Jr. to climb out of this race car. 401st career victory. And damage on the right side of his race car after some early race contact with Jonathan Davenport. We'll talk about that as we wait on him to climb out, picking up $10,000 in this year's tribute to Don and Billie Gibson. Looking tomorrow night toward the hat trick, trying to pick up his 3rd win of the weekend. And of course, that Show Me 100 title that he's thought about, no doubt, since last year when bad luck when the tech shed got him at the end. Right now, waiting on Ricky Thornton Jr. to climb out of this race car. He's got the Sunoco checkered flag. He's got the family down here in Lucas Oil Victory Lane. As once again, an 8th Wheatland feature win this year. As out of the car, your winner here tonight, Ricky Thornton Jr. Coltman Farms Racing, Hoker Trucking, Big River Steel, Bill Stein, Longhorn entry again, Todd and Vicky Burns, the car owners on this race car, as the confetti flies down here. And this is, he probably sees confetti in his dreams. He sees it so much during the day, and he's got the whole family down here. Well, Ricky, we're going to start right here with the side of the race car. Talk to me about those early laps and you and Jonathan Davenport.
Yeah, no, that was definitely all my fault. I thought I cleared him in at 3, and then I hit the slime off of 4, and I thought I left him enough room, but clearly I didn't. So I was just glad it didn't wreck both of us. Like I said, it was 100% my own fault. I didn't plan on sliding up as far as I did, and I thought I left him enough room, but it sucks to tear up cars on the first lap there. But this thing was really good. I don't know. We went a little bit different tire than those guys again, and I think it paid off for us.
That move on the first lap, 3 wide, was it like seeing the C's part as you went off into 1 and 2? I don't think anybody expected to see that.
Yeah, I did. I definitely didn't expect it either. We knew we were going to be pretty tight early with the ball, the moisture, and I don't know. We got a good start, and I was able to get next to Garrett down the front straightaway, and then I knew with them being on a 4, they were going to be a little free for a couple laps, and I really didn't think I was going to get a good enough run to even get next to JD. So it took off a lot better than we were anticipating, but it definitely worked out for us.
Anything concern you at all through that race? Lap traffic, tires, damage to the race car? Was there anything, or is the confidence that high that nothing's fazing you right now?
I mean, I thought a couple times I had a right rear flat. I wasn't sure exactly how much damage we had. With the way your little chilled seats are built, you can't really see to the right side, but I don't know. I could see the board, and luckily they were on me a lot of it. There towards the end, I could see how much a gap I had with me and Devin. And I mean, really, without that, I probably would have drove a little bit harder through traffic. But felt like I had a decent gap. And then, like the last lap, I saw he went to the top in 1 and 2. So figured if he was on me getting into 3, I was gonna have to really drive into 3 hard. But it worked out for us. I gotta thank my boys, been busting their butt. Chris, Midwest Sheet Metal, Certified Inspection Service, D&E Outside Services. All-Star Performance, Longhorn Chassis, Bill Stein Shocks, Holtman Farms, Hoker Trucking, Big River Steel. And there's a lot of great people that make us go up and down the road, and just very fortunate to be able to drive it.
Your tribute to Don and Billie Gibson champion, Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 20 RT. We'll slide down and talk with our second place finisher in just a second.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben, as you're going to slide down and grab a word with Devin Moran, who grabbed the second position here this evening. And there it is, James. Yep, Don and Billie Gibson down there getting their picture taken with Ricky Thornton Jr. And Ben, you've caught up with the driver that is second on the Big River Steel podium.
Devin Moran, third last night, second tonight. I think you probably got to like the progression that's happening here. Late in the race, man, it looked like you threw everything you had at it. Was there just no getting around that 20 RT tonight?
Yeah, we just can't catch this dude. I mean, they do a great job, and they've done a great job for the last couple years, so congrats to them. But we're one step in the right direction, I felt like, tonight. I felt like this is more of a track that we'll see for the feature tomorrow, and hats off to the track crew. You know, it was obviously they had it sealed off because it was supposed to downpour, and it never did, and they brought this thing back to life. So I want to say thanks to them guys for working hard. I know back in the pits, everyone was a little nervous about it, but I thought they did a great job with it.
You were really able to come to life second half of the race just like last night, and obviously tomorrow night is twice as long as anything you've seen the first 2 nights. How comfortable do you feel as you get ready to try to defend that title tomorrow night?
I mean, I feel like a top 5's definitely capable, but catching 20 RT, we're gonna have to throw something at it to see if we can get up to them. But all in all, just a shout out to Roger Sellers and Double Down Motorsports, Robbie, Casey, and Connor at home. None of us would be standing here doing this without them. My beautiful wife, Lakia, and all my great crew. I have great sponsors. The BRS cars have been doing good this weekend, so shout out to Scott Coleman, his wife Denise at home. I'm sure she's watching. And Lazy Days RV, C&W Trucking. I have so many great partners. Bill Stein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis, McHugh's, Red Oak Pub, Car Source. Just a ton of people I can't thank enough. Bomag and Southeastern Equipment. And hopefully we can make it a lot longer speech tomorrow night in Victory Lane.
Devin Moran, he comes on a position 2. He references the Big River Steel podium. DJ James, I'm going to throw it up to you, and then we're going to round out the Big River Steel podium in just a second.
So that means tomorrow, of course, the Sunoco Race Fuels Road to Wheatland. Thornton has clinched that $2,500 he'll get for that. And the top 15 with perfect attendance, they will split $16,000.
And that's just an absolutely amazing incentive that these guys that make the commitment to run the entire Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series have. And Ben has caught up with the driver that is finishing 3rd. He's going to round out the Big River Steel podium. He's got Jonathan Davenport.
Jonathan Davenport, I feel like there was a lot of action on the front straightaway for you tonight. Early in the race, coming to the checkered, you get 3rd by just literally a couple of inches. Ricky said it was his fault early in the race. He feels awful about it. You guys were going for the lead. What were your thoughts on the incident?
Yeah, like it was just the first lap, you know. So I thought he was going to give me room, and I guess he just misjudged or whatever. But I was as far as I could get up. I hit the outside wall and him at the same time, and basically knocked the wheel out of my hands. The reason I like run down the racetrack on him. So anyway, shit happens, I guess. So anyway, just thankful to be up here in the top 3. You know, I was trying really hard to get back by Blair there, and I thought I had him one other time, but then I missed the corner down here. But with the run we had last night coming from the back, you know, we need all the points we can get to get us a good starting spot for tomorrow. But we still got some work to do. We was on a different tire than the rest of the top 3 or 4 here, so I don't know if that was the reason why I just didn't feel as good as I needed to be. Was almost a night behind. You know, we didn't get to run this car last night, so there was some stuff I wanted to try last night that we tried tonight, and I don't think was as good, but like I said, it was on a different tire too. So anyway, just thanks to my crew for working their tails off for me. Nutrient Ag Solutions, Steve's here, like I said before. Definitely thank them. ASC, Dynagro, Longhorn Chassis, Bill Stein Shocks. Everybody makes this deal happen. Say hello to Blaine and Rachel and everybody watching back home. Thanks to all these great fans coming out. And call a friend, bring them tomorrow. It's going to be a hell of a show.
Jonathan Davenport, he rounds out the Big River Steel podium. DJ James, back up to you guys before we get the Penske top 5.
I don't know if anybody has been more consistent here over the last few years than those 3 drivers right there. I mean, when you look back on the Diamond Nationals and the Show Me 100 weekends here at Lucas Oil Speedway, I think for the most part, you're going to see those 3 names, Ricky Thornton Jr., Devin Moran, and Jonathan Davenport, all just kind of lingering up there near the top, James.
And Davenport's won 7 times here the last couple of years. Great run tonight for Max Blair. Almost got 3rd at the line, finishes in 4th, Ben.
He almost did. Before we send it back down to him, though, James, we're going to take a look at the super clean race recap and see exactly how we got to that Big River Steel podium and those 4th and 5th place drivers.
Yeah, like he said, that what a first lap. Again, Thornton started in 4th, and you'll see the start there, Garrett Alberson and Jonathan Davenport. And right here, lap 1, look at this. Boom.
Not Briggs.
Not Boom Briggs, but I tell you what, they was going at it. And that 3-wide move for the lead, I don't think it gave him a slicker graphic, slickest move of the race. Max Blair, solid run here tonight for me, Dustin.
Yeah, it absolutely was again for the 2nd night in a row. Max Blair has a solid run as he was kind of crawling around the inside of that racetrack. Devin Moran, man, he gave it everything he had as he kept, at times, he would close in to see right there and almost pull even with RTJ. But when all was said and done, Ricky Thornton Jr. was once again the driver in victory lane here tonight. Well, driver that did make, or the 2 drivers that did make the Big River Steel podium are going to grab a word with Ben Shelton. He's going to first talk to your 4th place finisher, Max Blair.
Max, I walked up to you and I said, that close to a podium, you just shook your head. I know you're not as happy with the 4th as you would be with the 3rd, but you guys are moving forward both these first 2 nights. What's your thoughts on your performance?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I think we got a really good race car. I was really, really good there for a little bit and just kind of fell off at the end. But, I lapped car here in the last 3 or 4 laps. I just could not find a way around them. And I knew who was behind me, so I knew I was getting set up in that last corner. And I guess I picked the wrong thing to do. But it's a lot of fun. The racetrack was awesome. Can't say enough about this place. Love coming here. So hopefully maybe we can finish out here again tomorrow.
Max Blair comes home to position at number 4. We will slide down and get a word with the final driver here on the Penske top 5, Jimmy Owens. Jimmy, a 4-time Show Me 100 champion. I know you weren't happy watching last night, but tonight you race your way into the top 5. What do you take away from tonight's performance as you get ready to go after title number 5 tomorrow night?
Well, tomorrow doesn't count, but, qualifying. Just got to qualify in better. And I feel like we're okay in our heat races and stuff like that, but we just set ourselves back so far, so early that it's just really hard to pull out with this competition we have here.
Coming back here, a place where you've had a lot of crowd jewels and a lot of fans, is it always special to roll back in the gates?
It is. It is. You know, this is the Diamond of Dirt tracks. It's an awesome place. This new dirt's really, really great. They're doing a great job prepping the track, and you know, we're looking forward to tomorrow.
DJ James, that's your Penske top 5, rounded out with Jimmy Owens.
Well, indeed. Tell you what, James, it's been a great week so far. Point kick back in tomorrow night. Let's go ahead and take a look at that Big River Steel Chase for the championship presented by ARP. As again, these are non-points events sanctioned by the series, by Lucas Oil Late Model and the Lucas Oil MLRA, but non-points events. So heading into tomorrow, Ricky Thornton Jr. with a 130-point gap over Jonathan Davenport.
Yeah, $200,000 for the second year in a row to win the championship that'll be decided at Eldora in October. Of course, we've got all those races leading up to that, 7 races there through September in October. Devin Moran third. Mike Marlar back with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series full-time this year is 4th, and the defending champion Hudson O'Neal right now 5th heading into the Show Me 100.
See the rest of the top 10 there. McCready, Alberson, Owens, Shepard, and Dalton Wilson. Well, Ben Shelton, we'll send it back down to you for your final thoughts, but man, oh man, the recurring theme here after 48 hours or 2 straight days of racing has just been exactly that. What great racing and what an almost revived surface we have here at Lucas Oil Speedway.
Yeah, and I think for me, everything you just said, Dustin, along with RTJ for 3, it's going to be hard to bet against him having the hat trick here tomorrow night. But hey, that's why we do it. 100 laps tomorrow night. Devin Moran's been fast all week. You can never count out Jonathan Davenport when it comes to Lucas Oil Speedway. It's been a fun first 2 nights. Can't wait to see what the finale holds tomorrow.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you, James. Another great night of racing here in Wheatland, Missouri.
I'm still riding with Garrett Alberson. I think he's going to do it tomorrow night. But those top 3, as you just mentioned, Thornton, Moran, and